Hi, you've reached my extended review. A couple of things. First of all, this is a great pencil case that I got. It's not really an Apple Pencil case, but then I have, you can see the Logitech Crayon, I have the Apple Pencil, and then I have the X-Note, which is a digital pen that integrates with AI. But I had found this nice case, and the advantage of this case is I can do other, right? I can put the pens and pencils on this side. I can do all sorts of other things on this side as well. So I've actually got space to take more. And it's got a nice zipper, but it also has, it's hard enough that it will protect the devices so they're not loose in your bag or floating around in your bag, which is a nice value proposition. And then this is something I just found on Amazon the other day, which is kind of cool. This is, first of all, this is the Claude Note pen. That's the pin. So once you turn it on, and basically you press the button right here, once you power it on, then it will take notes into the Plaud system. The advantage of this is it's a pen, right? It's wearable. And by the way, you can operate this and the other Plaud at the same time. This is the charging base for it, and then this is the bottom when you're just using it as a standalone device. And then I have the original. This is the Plaud Plus, which is the newest version. This has a nice digital display, which is really cool. And then this is the original Plaud. That actually comes from Kickstarter many years ago. And then I have charging cables that are in there just so I've got them. Because Plaud does use a different charging cable for these devices than this device. And then, of course, obviously, the pen and the crayon. You charge the pen by putting it on top of the iPad in the transfer area, which is nice. So I use that. There is the Apple AirPod. I've had that, or HomePod. I've had that for 1,000 years. And my Labrador Retriever has started a new business. You can see on my AirPods case, there are a bunch of little tiny Tiffy marks. So she is doing Cases by Sadie if you're interested. Just send your case to her and she'll decorate it for you as only she can. Actually got quite sharp little teeth for a puppy. Quite a little stinker that she is. Today, the last or the other pieces, parts, I'm walking over to the other side of my office. I've got my pool table cleared off. I have not played pool regularly in a long time, and honestly, I can tell my skills are really bad. This is my Google Chromebook. I still have one. I haven't used it in a while. I mean, I've turned it on a couple times, but I haven't used it. I probably should. I'm coming over here to turn on the Mac because I want to make sure I'm ready because I'm uploading the videos. And I have the newest Sequoia on there. I love the new Mac I got. This is really a good Macintosh device. I enjoy it very much. This is nice because it's a touch screen. It's from Acer. It does a good job. It's a good system. And then technology-wise, the next component piece that I wanted to talk about is this. This is the Swiffer Power Mount. This is the liquid that goes with it, and this is the pad you put on it. This is actually really nice. It's battery operated. It basically spits out the fluid onto the floor in front of the mop, and then you can mop it. It works really well, and in particular, one of the things that we've had in our last 3 houses, actually, our house in Indiana, our house in Germantown, and our house here is a dog door. But the disadvantage of the dog door here and in Germantown and in Greenwood is that, but the dogs get to this point, they still have mud. You can see the doormat is completely destroyed. But what'll happen is by the middle of the week, you'll see a muddy footprint trail all the way across the floor. So it becomes, somewhat problematic overall. And then I have my stand-up desk with my stand-up computer, basketballs that go to the basketball goal, and then my dartboard. I've actually had this in every house since Greenwood, Indiana. It's a nice dartboard, as you can see. It's got a really, really nice dartboard. I have a gift that was given to me by a former employee, and of course, Planetary Society artwork. And then I have my Stanford Who's Who from a few years ago. And then I have my phone repair kit that has all the SIM poppers and everything you need to repair a phone. And then I have, this is a case for the NeoBlade, which is a cutting device. And then obviously I've talked about this before, the Laser Pecker, which is a laser engraving system. But I now have all the parts so I can start doing my engraving project. I'm just waiting for a part on the 3D printer so I can print the first part of it. Thank you for listening.